dogs were as keen as we were, and by the look of the way they were winding, there were pigs not far away. When I got down to the dog's bail of this pig, I got the surprise of my life. Never have I seen anything like this in a lifetime of hunting. The dogs were unable to hold him like they usually do, even though they tried as hard as they could to get in and grab hold of him. The reason for this pig being bald appears to be because of a genetic throwback to the domestic pigs that they are often crossed with. Domestic pigs that are pink and practically bald and then are released into the wild will gain weight, their heads change shape and they grow hair. I think this boar got it all wrong and threw back the other way. It has a name, and that is phenotypic plasticity. Because this pig is in such good condition and is not an old pig, health or age don't appear to be a factor for him having lost his hair. Basically what happens is that they have the ability to either express a wild type or the captive bred type, depending on which environment they find themselves in. Plants are more likely to adapt to their environmental changes than are animals. That is probably because plants cannot mobilize themselves and move to a friendlier environment, whereas animals can. This kind of fighting boar was just what the young dogs needed with the experience and training that they had had over the last few months. Only someone who has trained a young pack of dogs could know how good it feels to have a team like this that would go to the end of the earth and do exactly what their master wanted. This is where the dogs learn how much pressure they can put on a bull without getting themselves injured. It is an art learned only from experience, and I could not have wished for more from a team that we had both got so close to over the past couple of months. When we got to have a closer look at this pig, just about everything about him was far from what we'd expect. He had small tusks for his age. His head was all wrinkled like something out of a horror movie and was a weird shape, like a warthog. His skin colour was pink and black, yet he was not as long as I would expect from a domestic bred pig. He was as fat as mud, and of course he had hardly any hair. I would not have expected a pig with a lot of domestic bloodlines in to be such a fighter like he was. Anna checked the dogs to be sure their injuries weren't worse than what they looked. They were lucky not to have been hurt more than they had in their battle to stop him and keep him bailed. Times like this I really appreciate having an apprentice along to learn the art of carrying a huge pig out of the bush. If you wonder what keeps a man so keen on pig hunting, I guess it's a number of things, but at my age just being able to be physically fit enough to carry a good fat boar like this up the hill. But it's a buzz you get when you're out with a pretty young girl who just thrives on hunting. She was born to hunt, and by Jesus she's good at it. And the other thing, of course, is having your own dogs. You know, those dogs, I've had them since they were pups. Some of them never been on a boar before, but when they can pull something up as stroppy as this and stop it like that, there's nothing more satisfying than that. It's just a real buzz. So for the foreseeable future, no, I don't think I'll be giving up hunting. living off the land. I'm probably one of the more genuine cases of it that there are. But what I